Hi guys. Now this video has two parts. I'm going to do them right now. So the first part of this video is going to be about the hedge fund itself called GameStop. And of course, we're going to talk about earnings and how they missed by $3 million. But we'll talk about how minute that number is. Let's go with the hedge fund part first. To invest in a hedge fund, guys, you have to be an accredited investor. All right. You go into there and you invest. You have to have a net worth of over $1 million. You got to make about $200,000 to $300,000 a year. And you got to be selected by the crew to say, you know what, you can come on in as an LP, a limited partner. And when you get into a fund, it's now there's a chief investment officer, the GP, the general partner, and he's the one in charge of all that money. And he takes huge profits off of it. The 2 and 20, 2% up front, 20% of all profits. You're left with the 80%. Right? That's when you're invested into a hedge fund. Well, GameStop just announced yesterday in the quarterlies that Ryan Cohen, the CEO and the chairman of the board, is now the chief investment officer for GameStop's $1.2 billion. They have that on cash. It's just sitting there. That's a huge fund. Ideally, he would be the GP, except he's not taking fees. But you can be the LP. And how do you become an LP? You buy shares of the company. A la what Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger were doing with Berkshire Hathaway, the same thing is happening right now with GameStop. I hope people see it for the bigger picture of what it is. You want to get into a hedge fund? You don't have to be worth $1 million. All you got to buy is a $15 stock called GameStop, and guess what's going to happen for you? Well, let's see. GameStop's balance sheet is now going to be reflective of what they call retained earnings based off of the investments and or the return on the investment, the ROI. Of his investment, right? And I see investment. I keep saying it. But the securities themselves, whatever GameStop ends up doing, and they create a profit off of that, it's going to be tenfold as to what you think they could make at the till. Where everyone's fixated on, this whole idea of digital versus physical and why GameStop's cutting too much and they're never going to progress. Nah, people are looking at this all wrong. And I'll even talk to you about it being profitable right now, the $3 million story. Now, I'm not even going to get into the fact that they went ahead and spent X amount of dollars on marketable securities over the last year, $300 million worth. They have a trailing 12 where all they need to make is about $57 million in quarter four, which they will. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. It's done. They're going to probably have $100 million worth of profit this year. And that's just based off of those numbers, right? The numbers that are put in front of you. But $3 million is what they lost, guys. As of today, there's around 4,000 stores of GameStop somewhere in the world. So $3 million divided by the 4,000, it's going to leave you at around $250 per store per month is what's missing. $750 per store. So you divide that by the 3 months, $250. $250 divided by the 30 days in a month, they had to make $8 more a store a day. You mean to tell me they can't get $8 more out of somebody or out of something if they just do a little bit better, work a little harder? Are they really a failed company over $8? Nah, they're not. They sell too much to be a failed company. $1 billion in sales is a lot, and to only show a net loss of $3 million, you're doing great, considering you have $1.2 billion worth of cash on the field. Guys, they will be in business for 100 years from now at this rate. There's nothing that can happen. Now, let's go ahead and reverse that. I don't want to say there's nothing that can happen, but it's not likely. What I'm telling you is, and I only say it this emphatic and I'm this passionate, because Ryan Cohen, who invested into Apple after Chewy, you guys got to know, he has 6 million shares, 6.2 million shares of Apple right now. They're worth over $1 billion. His net worth alone is ranging from $1 billion to 15 billion on some cases where people want to give you a valuation. I don't know what his net worth is. I just know he has money to throw if he needs it. And if you want to see this guy become a great investor in this great hedge fund, this icon of what we're all doing, I'm not asking him to save companies that need to be saved. I'm asking him to invest the money wisely, and I trust him to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my money in. I'm going to put in more money on GameStop than I ever have, and I'm going to keep doing it for the rest of my life. And I'm happy to do it. I believe in Ryan Cohen. I believe in this strategy. And this is the one that they're all running from. This is why you see headline after headline today. People are shook. He can attack you from any angle. And if you're a shorter, well, your short hedge fund makes money in down markets, right? Because not in bear market. I mean, bear markets, they make money. Not in bull markets. Bull markets, too easy. Just go trade the index and you're good. But let's go ahead and see what we do in a bear market. What are we going to buy now at the bottom? Anything we want. We're GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. This is where it starts. And I'm happy to be a part of it. Peace.